make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
The pace of this game has been prolific. As a fan, I love to watch. As a coach, I would be pulling my hair out. These players are driving me crazy. I need to see some defense, please.
I don't want to ask this question. What hair?
Why would you ask it then if you don't want to ask?
Just go in there.
Okay. Well, you went there.
Here we go.
Leonard. To Lowry. They'll get it down to Leonard. It's Tatum with the rebound. To Irving. Tatum. Off the mark. Lowry into the front court. Minute gone by in this second quarter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Irving with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Shot from the lane won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Can't connect from in close. The follow won't go either. Goes to the left side. Irving buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Has a look. Well done, Kyle Lowry. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Tatum. From the outside, no good. Lowry. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Irving to Horford. Short jumper misses. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Leads 3. Leonard to Gasol. Down low. Marc Gasol. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Jaylen Brown. And a putback slam.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Irving brings the ball up court to Jaylen Brown.
1 minute left in the second quarter.
Tatum. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Screen coming. back to shoot for Toronto. Lowry. And strokes it.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 14, Danny Green.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for two, knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lowry to Leonard. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now 5 for 6.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. First half comes to an end. The Raptors have the lead.
The Raptors back to Ed.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Ball's controlled by Boston. Marc Gasol with the block. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Leonard. Pascal Siakam to Danny Green. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Irving into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Runner's good there.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Leonard to Danny Green. Here comes the screen. Danny Green gets it in the right corner. Kawhi Leonard. Deep 2 there. Won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Boston with the basketball. To Horford. Gets it in the left corner. Irving. They need something to go down. It's no good. To Lowry. Leonard. They work it down to Gasol. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Hey, lock up, lock up. Screen.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Leonard. Deep left corner. Surveys the floor to Leonard. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Curling inside. Pascal Siakam sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Lowry to Leonard. 4-3. Smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Lowry to Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys trail by 10. To Marcus Smart. Marc Gasol tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Into the game for the Boston Celtics. Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
No good. Pascal Siakam down low for Leonard. Gets to the basket and scores.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Irving.
1 minute remaining in the third.
Won't go. Cleared by Ibaka. To Leonard. And a pass stolen by Boston. To Horford. To Irving. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Lin with it. Up a dozen. Count it.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Kyrie with the rock. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Aaron Baines has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip.
Good shot, good shot.
Third quarter comes to an end. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
And the basket good at the rim.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Hayward to Rozier. Short jumper off the mark. Lowry into the front court. They lead it by 14 to Gasol. Lowry. They'll get it down to Green. To Lowry. Trying to cash in. The pass set it all up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Toronto with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Down to Green, to Lowry. Lets it fly from long range, and Kyle Lowry, muscle memory put to good use there.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Gets a look, can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Marc Gasol, looking good, 4 for 5.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Marcus Morris. To Rozier. Fires the three. It's good.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide-open 3.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Leonard. To Lowry. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Down low Gasol. Lowry knocks it down from 3.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. Just off the mark. Celtics have it. And he buries it.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Leonard to Gasol. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
I told you the screen was coming.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Shot clock violation. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Lowry to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Gasol. Able to convert inside.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
And I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put together a nice win here today. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. The Celtics got their point scoring from these guys on screen.
Game track. Assists.
The Toronto Raptors were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
Lowry gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.